All right, yesterday at the state capitol, apparently one of the largest state worker public employee unions, Service Employees International Union, Local Union 1000, had thousands of their members show up in Sacramento to demand pay raises. They want to be rewarded because they say they passed Prop 30.
Yes. They were a force in spreading all the lies that so many of you fools fell for. We told you the money wasn't going to go to the kids. It's going to go to the teachers' pension fund. We told you that they didn't need the money because they had already a big increase in spending planned, and this tax increase was just going to cover the spending increase. But on top of all, the economy recovered a bit. And it turns out they have a surplus in the budget this year. They really didn't need this extra tax at all.
Now, it's funny you said that, because Yvonne Walker, who's president of the union, brought that up, too. But she said, we help Democrats also get their two-thirds supermajority in both houses of the legislature. We elected them and let them know no longer will we be political pawns to what goes on in that building, referring to the Capitol. We are real people with real lives, and we don't ask because our days of asking are over. We demand to be treated with dignity and respect, and either they give us a fair contract or we're going to jam 90,000 state workers straight in a place where they don't want us. Ooh.
Whoa.
That sounds...
I don't think that's possible.
I think what she means is they're going to take over the Capitol building.
So don't take over the Capitol.
Like they did in Wisconsin.
This is what I don't get. It's like, oh, they might protest. They might take over the Capitol. There might be a sit-in. So what?
You want to know what they want?
Let them take over a Capitol and then let everybody else go home.
Here's some of their demands. An across-the-board $2,500 bonus this year.
For everybody?
Wait, I'm not done. Followed by a 7% salary increase next year and a 9% boost the following year.
7% plus 9%?
Yes.
Plus $2,500 bonus?
Yes, that's what their demands are.
Screw them. These are all the parasites. These are parasites making screaming demands. They're not even asking. They're demanding. God, is there a single politician, anybody going to stand up and say, screw you, go home?
Jerry Brown.
God, I wish I could be governor one day just to say that. Just to stand there and say, go home. You're not getting a penny extra, ever. I'll never sign it.
Jerry Brown says he wants to hold the line on spending, and he deliberately excluded employee cost increases from his latest budget proposal. Does that mean they're going to get nothing? Well, he was coy about that, saying that's the thing about bargaining. You don't want to put a number in there and let the unions know what you're going to do. Suffice it to say we're aiming low. That's how he put it.
So he's going to give them an increase. They don't deserve an increase.
1%?
No, 0%.
They said they haven't gotten anything for years.
I don't care. The economy collapsed. Too bad on them.
Yeah, they didn't lose
I don't want to
jobs.
hear your sob story. I don't want to hear, you don't like it? Go get a job in the private sector. See how that flies.
They claim they made 390,000 calls, knocked on thousands of doors, and poured millions into the campaign coffers to pass Prop 30.
Filled with lies. So they want to be rewarded for being successful liars, successful deceivers, preying on the public's stupidity and ignorance.
Here is Dorinda Carlin. Who is Dorinda Carlin? She's a state worker. She works at the Caltrans Maintenance Department in Riverside. And here's what she had to say about the last few years.
To me, what's fair is some kind of pay raise, at least a 5% to start, and maybe in another 2 years or so, another maybe 3%.
No.
Something that's going to sustain us.
No.
That we could live. I'm
Too
not
bad.
asking for so much.
Yeah, you are. You're asking for too much. You're making too much. You can't be fired. Your pensions are too fat. Your medical care is too extensive. No. Go get a job somewhere else then if you don't like it.
Too bad you're not in charge of the negotiation.
How hard is it to say no? Seriously. People act like the word has never been invented. No.
Ms. Carlin says years of furloughs almost forced her into foreclosure, and her $32,000 salary doesn't keep pace with the cost of living.
$32,000.
That's what she makes
what
to
is
work
she,
at
but what does
Caltrans
she do?
Maintenance Department.
But what does she do?
I don't know what
How
she
about
does.
let's look at the productivity of these people. Instead of telling me that they're going to lose their house or they got kids, the way the deal works in the private sector is you have to produce and then you get money in exchange for your production. So I'd like an explanation of what she does that's even worth the $32,000.
Another man that spoke was a state lottery employee, Bob Walsh, who said, we've done our part. We've done more than our part. We're long overdue.
Now, there's something vital. A lottery employee.
He's a lottery employee.
What would we do if the lottery employees went on strike? How would we get by? It would be the end of civilization. There's no way a modern civilization can get by without lottery employees.
It's going to be an interesting summer because they're asking for raises in Sacramento. Eric Garcetti's going to hear from DWP and the fire and police. They want raises. Now that the signs are that the deficits aren't as bad as they were and maybe there's some budget surpluses coming in, all the public workers are demanding. And these are the politicians that they bought and paid for, they believe. They want their share. But, John, you pointed out before, Prop 30 was all for the schools. What's this about giving state workers raises?
Because it was all a scam. They all knew it was a scam. They all lied about it. Brown lied about it. The Democratic legislators, the unions, the parasites, they all lied. And the thing is, the lies work because people are stupid and ignorant. Let's go tax the rich people. In fact, one of the chants that the parasites used when protesting was make him pay.
Is that Brown?
I don't know. Is him the rich guy?
You see the other one? Pay attention, don't touch our pensions.
Yeah, that's a clever rhyme there.
It's very good.
So it's going to be a big fight against union government parasites this summer.
All right, when we come back, we're still waiting for a decision by a judge on what's going to happen with the Brown Doggle, California's high-speed rail. But meanwhile, they've basically given the green light to that company to start constructing the first phase of the Brown Doggle. Coming up.
Johnny Ted Show.